Welcome to KGW News on this first day of spring. Here's the view right now from the Oregon coast. This is from our Newport sky camera. Yeah, pretty gray out there. Officially at 8:33 this morning, spring did arrive, and it's starting like spring here in the Pacific Northwest does. Pretty gray, a few showers out there, but hey, later this week we could see the warmest day of the year so far. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany Fulkers here with meteorologist Joe Ranieri. And Joe, that warm up is coming right at the time when so many of us are on spring break.
Exactly, and it's going to be looking probably, like you said, probably one of the potential for the best day we've seen so far this year. Now, the warmest day we've seen so far this year is back in February. We're hit 67. I'm forecasting a high of 70 degrees come Tuesday. But before we get to that 70 degrees and sunshine, we have to get through all of this. A lot of rain is moving through. Now, the first part of spring really started pretty nice early this morning. Decent amount of sunshine, and then by right around 12:30, 1 o'clock, we had some more of that onshore flow move onshore, and that's what we're picking up right now with some cloud cover, and with the cloud cover is some rain. We're going to be seeing that rain pick up heading into your Sunday night. If you'll be traveling over the mountain passes, you're going to be looking at a decent amount of snow late tonight and into tomorrow. Snow level will be right around 4,000 feet tomorrow, but it jumps up to above pass levels late tomorrow afternoon and into the evening hours as that warm front moves onshore. Now, looking over the mountains right now, we've seen a good amount of snow showers this afternoon. Those will continue heading into your Sunday night and into tomorrow, so be aware of that if you'll be traveling over the mountain passes. So let's break down your Sunday night. We'll start to see some drier weather right around 8 o'clock. It's short-lived because right around midnight, we'll be seeing a steady stream of rain, and that steady stream of rain carries over into much of Monday morning, Monday afternoon, and you'll notice at the timestamp throughout the morning hours, you'll be seeing nothing but green on the radar, picking up a little bit of some yellows through parts of southwest Washington. Now, like I said, that snow level jumps up above pass levels tomorrow, so you shouldn't have any issues traveling. But again, you're going to be seeing a lot of rain basically from tomorrow morning all the way into the afternoon. How much rain are you talking? Well, anywhere from a half of an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain. You can see by early Tuesday morning, right around midnight, still having some lingering showers, but once those morning clouds push out of here, you'll be seeing nothing but sunshine heading into Tuesday, and that could be one of the best days we've seen so far this year, and I'll talk more about that and let you know just how long the sunshine sticks around.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, Joe. And you know, spring break might actually feel like spring break this year with mask mandates dropped and the pandemic weakening. But the opportunity for more freedom for teens can also lead to risky behavior and other challenges. Tim Gordon talks to experts about safety and mental health.
After 2 long years, the pandemic is waning as kids leave classes for spring break. That is good news, but added freedom can mean teens returning to unsupervised, risky behavior. So parents should return to normal parenting strategies. According to child and adolescent psychiatrist Heather Adams, it starts with keeping track of them.
We know when they're expected to be back. We know who they're with. We know how to get a hold of them. And then having a backup plan if we can't get a hold of them that way.
We've been talking a lot about opioids and the extreme danger of fentanyl, often loaded in deadly doses in counterfeit pills. 2 teens in Portland died this month of suspected fentanyl overdoses. As hard as this topic is, awareness and communication are the first steps, says Stephen Dunleavy with Multnomah County.
So we really would encourage parents to kind of take the initiative to kind of learn more about the current drugs that are in the community and the impact they're having, and then to really kind of initiate conversations with their children.
Hopefully there are fun times for your family. Getting outside together is good for your body and spirit. But if your kid isn't into doing anything, it could be a red flag.
If your kids aren't excited about spring break, then we want to watch out for like mental health concerns they could be struggling with.
Dr. Adams says spring break or any time, watch for low mood, anxiety, isolating, and sudden behavior changes. All could be signs your kid needs help. That help may come from a mental health professional, but it can also help to simply come together.
Play games, have friends over, have family meals. But again, I think the real message is really try and spend time connecting. Because we know, again, when you're connecting, you feel better. And when you're isolating, that usually exacerbates feeling depressed or anxious.
Go enjoy your kids, hang out with your kids' friends. And get to know them and have a good time, but just do it without drugs and alcohol.
Tim Gordon, KGW News.
There are several ways to reach out for help if you or someone you know needs it. The Multnomah County Call Center is 503-988-4888. The Oregon Youth Line is 877-968-8491, right there on your screen. And you can also text teen to teen to connect with someone right away. We'll have these opportunities on a list in this story on KGW.com. We turn now to Portland's gun violence and another deadly shooting in the city. We're only 3 months into 2022 and already on pace to surpass last year's record number of shootings. Just this morning, police say they found a person shot to death on the sidewalk in the Buckman neighborhood. Officers were called to Southeast Washington and 8th just before 7:30 for the reported shooting. The shooter is still out there. Police haven't been able to find a suspect, and anyone with information should contact Portland police. As the war in Ukraine approaches the 1-month mark, there's no sign of it ending anytime soon. Ukrainian authorities say Russia's military bombed an art school with about 400 people inside, and it's believed all could be dead. Now, we don't know the full extent of the damage at this time, but U.S. leaders continue to say now is not the time for the U.S. military to get involved.
I think we need to make clear to the Russians that our level of commitment to the Ukrainians and our participation in this conflict is going to be proportional to the tactics that the Russians use inside of Ukraine. There is no doubt that we have dramatically stepped up the transfer of weapons to Ukraine since the Russians have begun this brutal campaign of targeting civilians.
Today, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is asking Israel to get involved in the conflict. He wants them to impose sanctions on Russia for invading his country and pleaded for the Israel country to sell its Iron Dome defense system to Ukraine. It was an emotional appeal, comparing Russia's invasion to actions of Nazi Germany and saying the defense system will save the lives of Jewish Ukrainians. All this while NATO calls for peace talks between the two countries.
So first of all, we have to remember that this is President Putin's war, and he can end it now. And that's what all allies, NATO allies, call on Russia to do. Then, of course, we welcome all efforts to find a negotiated, peaceful solution.
President Biden travels to Europe this week to meet with world leaders to discuss the Russia invasion and support for Ukraine. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv continues to face assaults from Russia, but the resistance is strong and they continue to fight off Russian advances into the city. Ukrainian women are volunteering to fight against the Russians. They're not required to, but many are taking up arms. Tetiana Kornikova is a Ukrainian journalist, but today she's an anti-tank guided missile operator working on the frontline trench north of Kyiv. She is a widowed mother of 2. Her husband was a volunteer fighter and was killed fighting in eastern Ukraine in 2014. Well, back here at home, even as we see the return of a sense of normal, the ripple effects from the pandemic continue to take a toll on area businesses. Lumberyard Bike Park, a popular indoor bike place in Northeast Portland, will close for good. Crystal Kumwe shares the loss for many who found community at the space along 82nd.
Everybody has something in common when they come in here, which is riding a bike.
Lumberyard Bike Park in Northeast Portland is the ultimate indoor playground for BMX and mountain bikers.
I honestly love everything about this place. I think it is a bike riding paradise.
For Gemma Adams, the space is liberating.
It's incredible the amount of confidence, balance I've gained, and the fears that I've overcome learning to ride the courses in here.
And that's why co-owner Will Heiberg transformed an old bowling alley into the bike park 10 years ago.
The whole idea behind this is to give people a place to ride bikes, have fun, create a sense of community, and then to be a skill building facility. Had a lot of curveballs through the last 10 years.
In 2019, a 4-alarm fire broke out just yards away. The flames crept out to an exterior wall, but the building was okay. Then came the pandemic and COVID restrictions.
We had to limit the amount of people that could come in. Masking while riding a bike is definitely a bummer. So all that definitely had an effect.
Revenue dropped about 60%. And with the lease ending soon, there isn't enough money for a new spot.
It's a tough chapter to be closing.
The bike park will close for good this fall, leaving just a little more time to sneak in some rides.
I want to make sure that I'm supporting our crew and giving them every opportunity they can so they can make their next step as well.
It's a tough blow for 20 employees like Miles Ridge, who has worked here for 4 years.
There's no other place like this on this side of the nation. Of course, sadly, this is going to go, in a few months. But of course, while we have it and while we've had it, it's been amazing.
Bittersweet, but no regrets, celebrating how far they've come.
A little bit of a walk down memory lane of kind of what this looked like. And we gutted all this, took all the drop ceiling out and started building ramps.
An indoor playground that meant so much more to many like Gemma.
I'm honestly devastated. It's a very special place and it's very unique. There's nothing like it around here, so it's going to be a major loss to the city.
Lumberyard Bike Park will stay open through August, still offering all their summer classes, but they will close for good in September. I'm Christelle Kumwe for KGW News.